Namaste, my name is Dhieyo and welcome to my channel. Today I'll tell you about this extreme practitioners in spirituality. They are known as Aghoris. Aghoris commonly here in India very infamously are known for spiritual practitioners who eat human flesh, dead bodies, flesh for certain spiritual practices, and once they do that they get a lot of spiritual knowledge and spiritual powers, which is complete rubbish. Yes, they do eat flesh, but the reason behind that is something else completely. I'm going to explain to you what their practice is. So, their practice, we can start involving it in our day to day life to how it suits us. But it is important we break the notion of who Aghoris are, because out here in India, they're extremely feared. They're respected, yes, for sure, but if you see one in front of you, you'll probably go the other way. They've got long dreadlocks, they're covered in ash all the time, and it is very rarely that they come in the city. They're mostly in the mountains or they're far away in the forest. So their practice of Aghori is extremely profound, and you can try this in your day-to-day life. But first we'll understand the meaning of Aghori, the term Aghori, because this term, this name, this practice, what they're doing sum up everything of their practice. It makes it easier for us to understand, to follow it then. Now the word Aghor, okay, when you break it down, the word ghor, from Aghor, if you just take ghor, ghor means extremely bad. So when ghor means extremely bad, aghor means nothing is extremely bad. So the ones who are following this practice of nothing is extremely bad, you become an aghori. You're somebody who's practicing it, aghori. So ghor means extremely bad, aghor means nothing is extremely bad. Now every spiritual experience that you want to have, you're not having it because of this human suit. Your human emotion, your human experiences, your human limitations are blocking you from having these experiences. So they're like hooks onto your soul, onto this body suit that is not letting your spirit, your soul travel to different realms, interact with different beings, have different spiritual experiences. Is because of this human suit. So the more you remove these human emotions, the more you break these human limitations, is when the spirit, the soul is going to have a spiritual experience. So when you get into this practice, let's say right now when you're doing your mudras and your mantras and every other spiritual practice that you're doing, you're still not having spiritual experiences because of your limitations. Limitation of what this body suit, through its experience and emotions and programming and upbringing, has made you believe that, okay, this is what ghor is. That means this is what extremely bad is. So you've got your limitation towards it. Once you start breaking these limitations is when you're breaking this programming of what this suit is, resulting in you having spiritual experiences. Spiritual experiences are also other beings coming to you. You only not traveling to them, but them coming and interacting with you for a higher cause. So what Aghoris, what these practitioners do under the guidance of their guru, they break these limitations. Now today, let's see, for a vegetarian, okay, for the smallest example, let's say for a vegetarian, having non-veg food is extremely bad. This is when the guru will say this is a mindset that you have, which this body, this world, this 3 dimension has programmed to believe, make you believe that food is real. Your hunger is also not real. So you need to break that. Go have that piece of non-veg and have it like you're having it like any other food. So if the practitioner, if the student goes and has it and makes all faces and for the sake of eating it, no, that you're still in that limitation zone. So when you go with their certain practices, they go take a bite of it and they're done with it. Similarly, your thirst, your body is not real, your thirst is not real, the water you're drinking is not real. So they'll tell you, okay, that's the dirtiest sewage water that is over there. If you can drink that water which is not real, even this sewage water is not real, go drink from there. And this is when the student will go, and again, if you have that mindset that, okay, I'm just doing it for the sake of it, and you throw up and you make faces, and probably even if you're controlling it, the student needs to be true to himself or herself, and they'll say that, no, we just could not take it. We're not showing our guru, so here you have to be true to yourself also. So for them, there is nothing which is extremely bad. Everything is good, everything is great. Just go finish it, have it. So for them, the most extreme is a human body. So what they do is, when there's a cremation happening over there, either through permission of the family, or sometimes there's a lot of people who even donate their bodies to these Aghoris, saying that when I'm being cremated, you can practice on me. They take that body who's been passed away and they take a bite of that. They're not sitting there and enjoying their meal and having a discussion and, okay, next time after this we'll wait for another. No, it's just for that sake of breaking that limitation. And it's not straight away to that dead body. It is breaking a lot of other limitations that they have. This is where the guru sits with them and talks to them. This could be anything, right from a sexual limitation till food, water, drugs, alcohol, name it. Name it. There's endless amount of limitation all of us have. So this is where they keep breaking it. They start from small and they keep breaking it. And when they start noticing that, yeah, once the more limitations I'm breaking, the more free I'm becoming. The more my soul is getting to experience what spirituality, what spiritual experiences are, they get more deeper into it. So this is why a lot of people start thinking that, okay, once they're eating that human flesh is when they're getting spiritual knowledge. No, that's a whole lot of rubbish. The minute they've had that human meat and they figure out that, okay, yeah, it didn't matter to me whether I eat this or I eat that, there's nothing bad, I've broken that limitation, what this planet, this bodysuit offers, I've broken that limitation, is when they start having spiritual experiences, and when they start getting a lot of spiritual powers which we already have. Our soul has that power, our spirit has that power, it's just blocked, it's just limited because of this body suit. It is programmed to know what we know, see what we see, hear what we see. It's breaking all of those. So now let's say all of us, probably you've got certain limitations, I have limitations, everyone's got their own limitation. In your day-to-day life, you choose what limitations you want to break. You don't need to go probably that extreme. That's another practice altogether. But yes, the simpler version of that practice we can get into our lives. You will be the best person to decide, okay, yeah, I have my limitations, extreme limitation. It cannot be, okay, I have my limitation of probably height. If it is extreme, has to be an extreme limitation that you go break. You cannot be there all scared and freaking out and, okay, I'm just doing it to break that limitation, then you run back. No, you need to be there in that strength, in that power that, no, I'm okay with it. I'm meant to be here. Similarly, with whatever limitation that you're going to break, you have to break it with that mindset that, let's say for an example, if it is meat that you're eating, who is a vegetarian, okay, you eat it like you're eating cabbage or carrots or potatoes. That's how normal the meat needs to be for you. Once you achieve that, you've broken that limitation. Do you need to keep continuing doing that? No, my friend, you don't need to keep continuing that, saying that, okay, now I've turned into a non-vegetarian. No, that's another choice of yours. But for that moment, for that day, you've broken that limitation, which is great. And then you start seeing your spiritual experiences will just go to another level altogether. So yes, Aghoris are extremely high in practicing everything that they are eating, drinking. There's a reason behind that. There's a profound meaning. They're not cannibals. They're not going and killing people over there to go eat that meat. No, those are other people altogether. Yeah, so please, for everyone, especially in India and in the West, just respect them for what they're doing. They're extreme practitioners. I mean, it'll take a lot of time for us to even start experiencing what they are experiencing. So for that small little thing that we can start breaking our limitations, I think our practice will go to another level altogether. So please try this out. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again, have a good life. Namaste.